Hello YouTube pipe smokers. This is the Flannel Piper. I am doing my first review. I'm going to be doing Reiner Gold Blend 71. If you can see that. I just got this in. It is from March of 2021, so it's technically 4.5 years old now. I haven't tried this before, but I am really excited to give it a shot. I know, Tobacco Reviews has some insane reviews on it. There's like 160 reviews and it's like 3.6 out of 4 stars. So a lot of people think highly of it. It says a blend of Virginia from the USA and from Southeast Africa with a little white burley and a touch of Perique, long flake slices rolled. And then it also mentions that there is a honey and orange flavoring. So you can kind of see that there. This is one of those tins that is kind of hard to get a hold of. I've been looking online for probably 3 months and it hasn't come in stock yet. I think it may drop only a couple times a year or something. I don't know for sure, but I am very glad to get a tin and enjoy it. I'll probably smoke 2 or 3 bowls of it, like maybe a meerschaum, a couple briars, maybe a corn cob, and see what I get from it before I actually do the review. So you may see me in different attire. That's probably why I'll kind of get a better idea of how it smokes instead of doing a first impression. But let's go ahead and open it and we'll see what it looks like. Oh, that was kind of anticlimactic. That smells awesome. Oh, that is so exciting. If you can see in there, big, long rolls. Let me see if I can get some out. I'll have to mason jar this up. Wow. All right. I mean, look at this beauty. I'm dropping it everywhere. But this thing is just a mound of tobacco. It looks pretty dark. I know there's the Perique in there, but it's also got the 4.5 years of age, so it's probably starting that process. I'm in bad lighting. I'm not seeing any like sugar crystals on it, which is kind of unexpected, to be honest. I kind of figured there would be at this point, but that doesn't mean it's not good and it's not aging well. So it's still pretty damp. It's got a little moisture to it. Nothing, I don't think I could probably still smoke it just straight up, but I might let it air out a little bit. But I will get to the review here and check back with you guys.
All right, guys, I am back. This is probably my 5th time smoking this particular blend now, Reiner Gold. Tonight I am enjoying it with, as you can tell from the thumbnail, some Buffalo Trace bourbon. Where I live, it's kind of hard to get. It was an early Christmas gift from my parents, so definitely enjoying that. But I've been out the last 3 or 4 days, just Christmas parties, different things. Like yesterday, I was gone from 9 in the morning to a little after 9 at night, so I haven't had time to necessarily get out and actually enjoy sitting down and smoking and having a drink. So doing that tonight. It is very nice. I will go ahead and light this up real quick. And I already smoked maybe a fourth of it or so just to kind of get it going. Wow. This thing likes to blow some smoke. It's nice. Tonight I'm smoking it in Savinelli, Clark's favorite. See how well you can see it. This is for me, a straight Virginia pipe. It's kind of a mix between, it's not a full church warden, but it is kind of somewhere in between with that longer stem than normal. Virginias are great in it. with Reiner Gold, I've noticed the first third of the bowl is very Virginia forward. It is super citrus and sweet, in a good way, good sweet. It's not like an aromatic sweet. The toppings, you get some of that orange from this in the citrus. I don't necessarily get honey, but I get like a mild sugar type thing going. Um, wow. But I would say the first third of the bowl, that's really all I get. Maybe a little bit of Perique, mostly just Virginia though. So kind of, I didn't really notice too much different from maybe a few other Virginias I've smoked. But then once you start working down, you start getting a few different things. The Perique comes in and it's kind of a little bit spicy. You get some of that on the retrohale, and then you also get some maybe like pepper, just like a black pepper that you put on like eggs or something. Kind of a little kick to it though. It's nice. Getting away from the matches, it's too hard doing a video with matches. I feel like I'm taking too much time. But I would also say there's a burley factor in there, which obviously there's some white burley, but it's very come and go. You don't get it the whole time, and it's just, it kind of bounces in and out, and sometimes you get it and then you'll kind of sit here and go with it a little bit, and then it'll come back and you're like, oh yeah. I have noticed the hotter you get the bowl, the more the burleys play out, at least in my opinion. If you smoke it really cool and just sip it, it's more Virginia Perique, and mostly just Virginia. But if you smoke it a little hotter, you're gonna get those burleys. And I don't have a ton of experience with burleys, I really don't, but I would say there's a nuttiness that comes through. Maybe an earthiness. I would lean almost like an almond type nut. It's not cashew or peanut or anything like that. It's definitely almond for me. I eat a lot of almonds in salad and stuff, and it's just kind of reminiscent of that. But again, very come and go. I love some Buffalo Trace. I just do just a big, I have those big cubes, the big square cubes. So I just do that. The bourbon, and I have an orange peel in there tonight, so it just adds a little citrus to it. Hopefully that doesn't add or take away from this, but that's kind of how I drink that one in particular. A lot of times I'll do an old fashioned or have a glass of wine or decaf coffee at night. I usually smoke at night. That's the majority of what I do, and recently it's been cold. I've been out here in like 2 extra layers more than what I have, and beanies, and my hood pulled up because it's so cold. I got a fire going and everything, but tonight it's only like 35, 40 out, so it's not too bad. Last week I was out here one night and it was like 16 degrees and the wind chill was even colder. I couldn't keep my hands warm, and I was sitting there. I was watching the Boston Bruins on my phone, so I had to have both my hands out. I was freezing, but it is really nice to get out here. A little bit warmer. This is like the perfect weather for me. 40 to like 60 is perfect. Anything colder than that, it's almost a little miserable. I would say on the retrohale, I don't think I've ever heard anyone say this. I get fruit notes from this, and I don't know. Maybe it's the Perique, maybe it's the Virginias playing out. But I get pear, and again, this is 4.5-year-old Reiner Gold, so it could be different when it's newer. But I get some pear. and it's not like a super. I don't think pears in general are super sweet. I think they're kind of just mild, but they have a very noticeable flavor. And I get pear on the retrohale with some spice too. But this blend is fantastic. It really is fantastic. I wish it was more readily available because I would do it all the time. And I mentioned it in the opening 10 part of this video. I've looked for 3 months and I haven't found it anywhere. So, gonna do it sparingly. And I've smoked it in this particular briar. This is my third time. I smoked it in another briar. And then I did a meerschaum as well. The meerschaum was good, but I definitely prefer it in a briar, longer stem like this. That's just my preference in general. I didn't do a cob. I probably will at some point, but cobs really aren't my favorite thing. I guess it's the way the airflow works, or just, I don't know what it is. I'm not a huge fan. Maybe one day I will be. But overall, I would give this blend a 8.5, maybe a 9. It's really, really good. It's really good. But anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic Christmas and a good New Year. I know for me, I'm probably going to do a couple blends on Christmas. I have Fire on the Levee. That's in the mail and it's coming tomorrow. So that's technically a Christmas blend from Cornell and Deal. Definitely going to be doing that. We're going to my parents, me and my wife and kid, and we'll do a bonfire and stuff. Probably take a sauna and do a cold plunge, and then I'll go out to the fire and do Fire on the Levee in the afternoon. That'll be awesome. And then probably in the morning, maybe some Sutliff Virginia slices with a coffee. I think that adds up to a really good Christmas. You guys will have to let me know what you're planning on smoking, what blends, maybe what pairings you're going to do. But cheers to a new year and a good Christmas, guys. Thanks.